Okay, we're going to continue on in our Father's Word. This is Numbers 21. The king of Arad, the Canaanite, who dwelt in the south, heard that Israel was coming on the road to Athitharim. Then he fought against Israel and took some of them prisoners. So Israel made a vow to the Lord and said, "And if you will indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities." And the Lord listened to the voice of Israel and delivered up the Canaanites, and they utterly destroyed them and their cities. So the name of that place was called Hormath, which means destruction. Then they journeyed from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to go around the land of Edom. And the soul of the people became very discouraged on the way. And the people spoke against God and against Moses. "Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in this wilderness? For there is no food and no water, and our soul loathes this worthless bread." So the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and many of the people of Israel died. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against you. Pray to the Lord that he takes away the serpents from us." So Moses prayed for the people. And then the Lord said to Moses, "Make a fiery serpent, set him on a pole, and it shall be that everyone who is bitten, when he looks at it, shall live." So Moses made a bronze serpent and put it on a pole. And so it was, if a serpent had bitten anyone, when he looked at the bronze serpent, he lived. Now the children of Israel moved on and camped at Oboth. And they journeyed from Oboth and camped at Abraham in the wilderness, which is east of Moab, toward the sunrise. From there they moved and camped in the valley of Zereel. Then they moved and camped on the other side of the Arnon, which is in the wilderness that extends from the border of the Amorites, for Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites. Therefore it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord, Waheb in Suphah. That means what he did at the Red Sea, the brooks of the Argon, and the slope of the brooks that reaches to the dwelling of Ar, and lies on the border of Moab. From there they went to Beer, where is the well, which the Lord said to Moses, "Gather the people together, and I will give them water." Then Israel sang the song, "Spring up, O well, all you sing to it." The well the leaders sank, dug by the nation's nobles. Now B-E-E-R, beer, means water well. By the lawgiver with their staves. And from the wilderness they went to Mahatna. From Manatna they went to Nahalio. From Nahalio to Bamoth. And from Bamoth in the valley that is in the country of Moab to the top of Pisgah, which downs on the wasteland. Then Israel sent messengers to Siphon, king of the Amorites, saying, "Let me pass through your land. We will not turn aside into fields or vineyards. We will not drink water from wells. We will go by the king's highway until we have passed through your territory." But Sihon would not allow Israel to pass through his territory. So Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel in the wilderness. And he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. Then Israel defeated him with the edge of the sword and took possession of his land from Arnon to the Jabbok, as far as the people of Ammon, for the border of the people of Ammon was fortified. So Israel took all these cities, and Israel dwelt in the cities of the Amorites, in Heshbon, and in all of its villages. For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab, and had taken all his land from his hand, as far as the Arnon. Therefore, those who speak in Proverbs say, "Come to Heshbon, let it be built. Let the city of Sihon be repaired. For fire went out from Heshbon, a flame from the city of Sihon. It consumed Ar of Moab, the lords of the heights of the Arnon. Woe to you, Moab! You have perished, O people of Shemosh. He has given his sons as fugitives, and his daughters into captivity, to Sihon, king of the Amorites. But we have shot at them. Heshbon has perished as far as Dibon. Then we laid waste as far as Nopatha, which reaches to Medeba. Thus Israel dwelt in the land of the Amorites. Then Moses sent to spy out Jazer, and they took its villages and drove out the Amorites who were there. And they turned and went up by the way to Bashan. So Og, king of Bashan, went out against them, he and all his people, to battle at Edreel. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Do not fear him, for I have delivered him into your hand, with all his people and all his land. And you shall do to him as you did to Sihon, king of the Amorites, who dwelt at Heshbon." So they defeated him, his sons, and all his people, until there was no survivor left him, and they took possessions of his land. Now, old King Og had a bed 9 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. Bashan means fruitful, a very, very fruitful land. Now this is Numbers 22. Then the children of Israel moved and camped in the plains of Moab, on the side of the Jordan across from Jericho. Now Balak, the son of Zippor, saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites, and Moab was exceedingly afraid of the people, because there were many, and Moab was sick with dread because of the children of Israel. The Moabites and the Ammonites, those are the descendants of Lot. So they're all descendants of Abraham. So Moab said to the elders of Midian, "Now this company will lick up everything around us, as an ox licks up the grass off the field." And Balak, the son of Zippor, was king of the Moabites at that time. And then he sent messengers to Balaam, the son of Beor, at Pethor, which is near the river. The river, that's the Euphrates, in the land of the sons of his people, to call him, saying, "Look, a people has come from Egypt. See, they cover the face of the earth and are settling next to me. Therefore, please come at once. Curse this people for me, for they are too mighty for me. Perhaps I shall be able to defeat them and drive them out of the land. For I know that he whom you bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed." So the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed from the diviner's fee in their hand, and they came to Balaam and spoke to him the words of Balak.